Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be discussing all of my favorite discontinued products. If you're wondering what's on my lips, I am using the Flower Beauty Lip Butter, Hydra Silk Ultimate Lip Butter in the shade Blush Petal. And also if you're wondering, any makeup that I'm wearing that you see in these videos is always linked down below, with the exception of my most recent video, the 21 days of the Ulta 21 days of beauty sale, because I wanted to make sure I linked everything in the sale down below, and unfortunately YouTube's description box only gives you so much space. So in order to be able to link everything I could not link the makeup I was wearing in that video, but other than that video, everything should be linked down below. So yeah. What inspired this video was I was in one of my in my all my eyeshadow palettes video. I went to go link an eyeshadow palette. Whew, and I couldn't find it on Ulta, I couldn't find it on Sephora, and it's from a pretty popular brand. So I went on my on Facebook, and I went to the What's Up in Makeup group that Jen from Jen Loves Reviews started, that I am on, and I questioned whether or not this palette was discontinued, and I was told that it was discontinued, which is unfortunate. But like I told you guys, I no longer want to be afraid to use my discontinued products on my channel. Honestly, if I find that I'm not using them enough, then I will declutter them, but I don't want to be afraid to use them anymore. I bought them, I'm going to use them. And I'm sure some of you guys might have these items in your collection as well. So yeah, let's just get into it. Oh, and I also found out from ShanXO that my favorite foundation got discontinued with the brand's rebranding. So yeah. That's what kind of inspired this video. If you guys want to see a tutorial style using these products, I can do that as well. But it will definitely have to be on a day that I'm not going anywhere, because the foundation, the lightest shade, is my summer shade. As you can see right now, I am a very pale person. I am in winter time where I live, and in the winter time I become very, very pale. I'm pasty white. I feel like my lighting looks kind of weird. Oh god. Okay. I'm liking that a little better today. So yeah, let's just hop on into it. But now I like the other one. At the mix. Oh shoot, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Sorry, I'm playing with the lighting. I know, I hate doing that to you guys. Anyway, let's just jump right into it. So, I wanted to start off with my favorite foundation that has been discontinued. So it's the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Foundation. I always get mine in the lightest shade, which is 105, which you can even kind of see is too dark for me in the winter time, but it is perfect for me in the summertime. Now, when L'Oreal did their whole rebranding thing from going from doing their easy breezy CoverGirl, which I still love, to the I Am What I Makeup, which I hate, they discontinued the Ready Set Gorgeous line. At least that's what they're making it seem like. So, I'm very disappointed, because this foundation, it was only like $7, and it was like a satin matte, so it worked for my dry skin, and I was able to wear it to different events that I was involved in. I was able to wear it with flash photography. So I wore this when I was a bridesmaid in weddings. I wore this at Grand Assembly every year, and I thought it was fantastic. And I still think it's fantastic. And I'm very upset that CoverGirl discontinued this, because now I have to go find a new foundation that is like this. I think I'm gonna try that has no SPF, so there's no flashback with flash photography. And that's gonna be the hard part, because a lot of foundations, especially drugstore ones, have SPF in it, and if I'm gonna be wearing it often because of events and stuff, then I want it to be a drugstore option. If I can't, then I can't, but I want it to be more of a drugstore option. That way I can purchase it more frequently. And I really liked this one because it was only $7. So really disappointed that CoverGirl did that to me. I'm going to be savoring the last little bit of this I have. How low am I? I can't even tell how low I am. I think this is still pretty full, thankfully. So I will be able to use this for a little while longer. And I'm just very disappointed. I actually bought this foundation because of Tracy and Stephanie from 11th Gorgeous. Also, please don't mind my hair. I tried curling it today and I failed. So this is just kind of what we're working with right now. But I got this because of the girls from 11th Gorgeous. Unfortunately, I could only find my shade at Walmart. But that was also where it was the cheapest, so I didn't really mind. But yeah, I really, really liked this, and I'm very upset that CoverGirl discontinued it. A concealer that I love that got discontinued is the Rimmel Match Perfection Concealer. This has been, I've been wearing this a lot recently. This is like my third tube of this. And when, actually, I do have another foundation to talk about in just a minute, but actually, I'll just talk about it at the same time. They also discontinued, at least to my knowledge, that's what they're making it seem like because you can't find it in any drugstores anymore, is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25 Hour with Comfort Serum Foundation. They replaced these with their breathable line, so it's like the Match Perfection breathable and the Rimmel Lasting Finish breathable. Now, oh my god, why am I so itchy? I don't know if it's just the same formula and under a different packaging. I have not tried it yet, but from the people that I've seen on YouTube that I trust, it is completely different. From, like I said, from the people that I trust, this concealer is fantastic. For the longest time, it was one of the only concealers that I could find that was light enough to highlight my under eyes. From the drugstore, as well as the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. Thankfully, drugstores are starting to catch up with the fact that some of us are very, very pale and we need lighter shades. The shade in the Rimmel Lasting Finish, I wore the shade Light Ivory in the summertime and the regular Ivory, right? No. Ivory was too dark. Light Ivory was the perfect shade for summer, but not for winter, if I remember correctly. So if I do a video using my favorite discontinued products, I'm probably going to use the Rimmel one and not the Ready Set Gorgeous one, just because I want to savor my Ready Set Gorgeous for as long as I can. But if I'm going to do that video, I'm going to do it next week because I am almost out of this concealer because I put it into my project pan before I found out that it was being discontinued. So I'm very, very upset about that. I wish I had known because I would have savored this a lot longer. So those are two more products. The next thing, I don't really know if it's been discontinued. I can still find it at my Walmart, but maybe that's just because my Walmart's slow. But rumor has it that the Hard Candy So Baked Bronzer in Tiki has actually been discontinued. Now, if y'all know something different and it's not, just let me know down below and I will tag a comment or like a comment or something down below saying that it's not. But if it is, that really sucks. This is OG highlighter from YouTube. Like, if you looked up drugstore highlighters on YouTube, Tiki was in almost every single one. And as you can see, like, this used to be domed. I've put a good dent in this, which is saying a lot considering that not a lot, like, highlighters don't get too much use. I feel like this got discontinued when everyone started making a fuss about the Essence Pure Nude highlighter, which it's okay, but I still like the Tiki one better. Now, thankfully, I'm not running out of this anytime soon, but that just makes me really sad that if it is being discontinued, if I ever run out of this, I'm not going to be able to purchase it again. It is beautiful. I'm not wearing it today. Actually, am I wearing any highlight? I'm not wearing any highlight today. Ooh. I don't always wear highlight, guys. I'm kind of meh about it. But since I love it so much, and I'm talking about it, and I realized I'm not wearing highlight. Ooh, that's not my highlight brush. Whoops. Ah! Everything. Hold up. Hold up. Alright, I can't find the highlight brush I wanted to use, but so I'll use the Morphe M510. It's just like a nice, subtle sheen. Perfect for those of us that want to wear highlight but don't want the pa-bam on a daily basis. But at the same time, I always want pa-bam on a daily basis, so I tend to build mine up. But just look how pretty that looks. And I'm just really, really sad that this is being, that if this is being discontinued, that it is being discontinued. Now, NYX, I want to say about a year or two ago, completely redid their powder blushes. Now they're called the HD blushes. Well, in the process of switching over the blushes, they were called the powder blushes. And they got rid of the shade Dusty Rose, which was my absolute favorite blush. I use this every day for like 3 months. They kept taupe, of course, because taupe is like one of their most popular shades because it's a great contouring color for us pale girls. But they got rid of Dusty Rose, and this is such a beautiful, beautiful color. And I really don't get it. I really don't. And it's just, I don't get it. It's just like that perfect, like, everyday pinky color. Like, I miss it so much. But, you know, thankfully other blushes come into our lives, and I actually find it pretty similar to Benefit Rockateur, so I'm actually really happy that the Rockateur blush came into my life. And yeah, all right, I have one more face product, and then we're going into eyeshadows. And my last face product you might get confused about because you'll still see it in the drugstores. And that is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Contouring Palette in Dulce de Leche. So, you're probably thinking, Cassie, that's still offered in the store. And I'm over here like, no it ain't! When they relaunched, so these were originally launched, I want to say back in 2016, as well as the Au Naturel palettes. Now, in 2017, they relaunched these with their, they relaunched these and the Au Naturel palettes, when they came out with their bronzer sticks, cushions, and all that fun jazz, and they redid all their blushes and everything. They redid these as well, and so the color of the Dulce de Leche shades changed. They're still pretty shades, but it's not the same, and I actually really, really love the shades of this. It's just a really nice cool tone and a really nice banana. It's just beautiful shades, and they changed it. So, like, they're still nice, but they're not the same. So, yeah. So that one's kind of cheating a little bit, but not really. All right. The next one, you can't even find the brand in the States anymore, and that's the NYC Lovatics by Demi palette. You can't find NYC in the States anymore at all. Their Instagram disappeared, like everything disappeared. So I don't know what happened to this brand because it was a really good brand. I enjoyed NYC makeup. They had really good things. And when they collaborated with Demi Lovato, I'm a huge Demi Lovato fan, so I got really excited and I went out and I purchased this palette. Now, I am planning on, I am decluttering this, but I wanted to save it for this video. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I'm decluttering it. Let me just show you. They look the same. And let's be honest with ourselves. With the combination of the fact that NYC is no longer available in the States and the fact that I have the Urban Decay Naked palette that looks exactly like this, yes, I love Demi Lovato, and yes, I love supporting her, but I already purchased it, so supporting her's already done. It's already over. I don't need to keep it, if that makes sense. Like, hold on. Sorry guys, I feel like my camera keeps moving. So I don't really need to keep it. I have these shades in other palettes, literally an exact dupe, and I just don't feel the need to use it. So why not give it to someone else that's gonna love it when I have the exact same shades somewhere else? But I do love this. I did love this. It makes me really sad. Now, this product, it was a limited edition product, so I knew going in that it was going to be discontinued, but it's the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette. Now, I know what y'all are thinking. That is such a basic palette. You only get 3 like fun shades in here, and the rest are all very neutral and boring. But you know what? This palette is great for wedding makeup. Like, every time I've been in a wedding, I've brought this palette. But there is a but. I have so many palettes now that I can dupe pretty much, sorry, I'm not trying to blind you. I have so many palettes now that I can pretty much dupe every shade in this palette with another palette. Like, I'm sure I could get every shade in this palette just with the Jaclyn Hill palette by itself. So to me, it doesn't make sense to keep it anymore. I don't reach for it other than weddings, and I can use my other palettes for my weddings. It's also 2 years old, and I don't show it love anymore. I have a whole video dedicated to it. I'll link it up in the cards. But I don't love it anymore, and I think it's time to let it go. If anything, the only unique shade in here that I really liked was Punk. But you know what? I can almost guarantee it. Let me see. Let me see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I can pretty much dupe that with Elfish from ColourPop. And you're probably thinking, well, the Gwen Stefani shade is so much brighter. No, that's Elfish by ColourPop. So I just have no reason to keep it anymore, unfortunately. But it still is a great palette. And I'm really sad that they only had it out for a limited time, because I think it's fantastic. And I know that when this came out, everyone was trying to get their hands on it. So that's another palette. Now, the palette that I'm going to talk about next was actually the inspiration for this, the main inspiration for this video. And if I were to do a tutorial style video with my favorite discontinued products, this is the one I would use, because I am going to keep this one. And that is the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette. I just feel like enough people have this palette to where if I use it, it's not a big deal. And that's what it looks like. I honestly don't understand why Too Faced discontinued the Semi-Sweet bar. They kept the chocolate bar, they kept the bonbons, they kept the sweet peach, but they discontinued the Semi-Sweet. And you would think out of all of them, as of right now, you would want to keep the Semi-Sweet, because the Semi-Sweet is warm neutrals. That's what's trending right now. And honestly, the shades in here are absolutely beautiful. There's the shade Peanut Butter, which is fantastic. There's the shade Truffled, which is beautiful. Blueberry Swirl, kind of patchy, but still a great color. The only dud in here, I would say there really is Pink Sugar, and that's just because it's literally glitter. But other than Pink Sugar, this palette is amazing. And if that blue is throwing you off, just take it away. and it's all warm neutral. So I really don't understand why Too Faced discontinued this palette. That's like, I have this palette was also discontinued, but I haven't used it yet, so I don't know if it's a favorite or not. But it's the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly. They literally made this palette because everybody loved the shade peanut butter in the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar. So they made it a palette dedicated to that freaking shade. And then they discontinued it. And then they discontinued the palette that had that shade. I don't know. It literally does not make sense to me. But yeah, so those are all of my favorite discontinued products. If you guys have any products that you love that have been discontinued, let me know down in the comments below. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.